Welcome, friends. Welcome to our channel, Learning and Development. On this particular channel, we are posting continuously the various concepts of applied psychology that you can apply for our self improvement. If you have not subscribed the channel, I request you can subscribe for continuous learning. Also, you can press the notification bell so that you don't miss any series of this particular video. So, let us start today's session. Today's session is on understanding values, very important aspect of human psychology. Why values? Why we need to understand and study values first? The reason is, number one, values governs our behavior. Whatever values we carry core inside, it all governs our behavior. All the things which we exhibit is governed by our values. Values define our personality. How others see us is also governed by the values. Values guide our decision making. So these three aspects are very important in human life, in almost all dimensions of our life. Our behaviors are nothing but the outward things which we show to the world, and they are guided by our motives, our attitudes. I have made a video on understanding behavior. I'll mention the link in the description box below this video so that you can also refer that video to understand the behavior aspect. Understanding behavior, the video is on that. So basically all our personality, when we ask personality, like others, how others see us, they see by our behavior. How do we behave, what actions we do. So our personality is defined by our values, and the most critical part in our personality is decision making. So all our decisions, whether it is a small or a bigger decisions in life, are actually governed by our values. So that is the reason why values are so important, and we need to study them. We need to understand our values. Now, what are values? Let us understand. So values are stable, long lasting beliefs about what is important to a person. So in this definition, we are seeing a new term called belief. We'll see in the next slides what exactly it and how it influences the value system. So what is important to a person becomes a value. A belief will develop into a value when the person's commitment to it grows and they see it as being very important. So now let us understand here. See, these values are nothing but these are long lasting beliefs, number one. And these long lasting beliefs, they become the values. So for example, some people are, they carry a value of, let us say, honesty. So for them, honesty is one of the core value that is there in their family, that is there in their personality. They have learned it through beliefs. So we will see how we learn our values. For example, some people have core values of curiosity. So they are very curious to know things. So they develop a habit of lot of learning and development activities. So they are very curious. Some people have a leadership as a value, so they become leaders. They behave as a leaders. They look for leadership qualities. So there are so many values, but basically there are some of the set of values that we exhibit in a dominant manner. Say for example, there are n number of values, but we generally practice few of them, let us say around 3, 5 or 10 of them, that have a great influence on our personality. So it is very important for us to actually know what are the values that influence us, because if we want to change our behavior, the values has to be rethink, rethought, and re-engineered for that. So let us understand now what is this belief. So the sources of belief are very important because they are actually shaping our values. So it is very important that from where these values are getting built up, and through the belief, and then how this belief is getting it is input to us, how we are capturing the belief, how we are getting the input to our mind. So number one, person's own experience or experiments, that is called perceptions. So I have made a detailed video on understanding perception. I'll also mention the link in this video so that you can understand perception in a better manner. So basically perception is nothing but how exactly we assume things, how we process that information which we see or which we hear from our senses. So if you want to understand in depth, you can refer that particular video. So based on the own experiences that we have throughout our lifespan, and some experiments we do, like we try to do certain things and we may fail in that, we may succeed in that. So based on that experiences and experiments also, the perception is made, and because of that our beliefs become stronger. The other source is the acceptance of the cultural and society norms. So one of such example is the religion or the culture which we live. So generally that particular acceptance is there from the childhood. So that is also a source of belief. We start believing in those cultural aspects, those rituals. So that is one aspect from where we get the source of belief. The first one was the perceptions. The second one is acceptance of cultural and society norms. And the third one, which is very important, is what others people say. So one of the good example for this is the education, what we get our teachers, from our parents, from our mentors. That is also a belief system, because we believe in their words, and then we start believing those things very strongly. So these are the actually three sources of the belief. So if you want to understand that from where these beliefs are getting formed in your mind, you need to take a closer look on these three sources of belief. And if you think that there is something which you are getting wrong information, or that is not actually correct, then this is the filter. Here is a filter where you need to actually put, so that it does not affect your values. So once belief systems are very strong, your belief becomes very strong, then what will happen, it will get converted into value, and then based on the values, what we have seen in exhibits on behavior, it influences our decision taking throughout the life. Okay, so now let us understand this concept of belief, values and attitude. So you can see that I have written value in between the belief and attitude. So belief is like an input to the values, and the output of that values is nothing but your attitude, and attitude is nothing but your like and dislike. So you'll understand, belief forms your values, and values forms your attitude. So attitude is nothing but the like or dislike we have for a particular situation or a particular object. Now this attitude actually influences our behavioral pattern by affecting our thought process and our emotions. So basically the attitude has an influence on our thought and our feelings, that is our emotions, and they are having a influence of our behavior. So I have also made a video on understanding behavior, which I talked about. I'll be dropping a link. You can watch that. So that will give a clear picture of how the thoughts and feelings are correlated with each other and how they affect. So that we have already covered. Now we are going back and focusing on the invisible part of our behavioral aspects. The invisible parts of our behavioral aspects are nothing but our belief, our values, our attitudes, motives, and our thoughts and the feelings. The outside actions which we see is nothing but a behavior. So let us understand these core concepts. So now what is happening is, if you want to change your behavioral aspect, or you want to modify your behavior, it is the value which you need to think. And why you need to focus on your values? Because when we see about behavior, so behavior is governed by our values. So you have to understand that if you want to have any kind of modification or change in your behavior, you need to think, you need to work on your values. Identification of personal core values is an important to avoid conflict in mind. This is very important aspect. So as a student also, when you're taking your career decisions, when you're taking your marriage decisions, when you're taking your higher study decisions, when you're taking your job decisions, all those decisions will be influenced by your values. So it is very, very important for individual to understand their personal core values, and then based on that your actions and your thought process should be in line with their values, so it will avoid the conflict in the mind. Say for example, there's a student who is not studying, self study he or she is not doing, the parents are worried. Now somewhere uh, he has not taken that belief, there is an input gap, either he has not perceived it, or somebody has not clearly told him or her that he need to study, or for particular studies or for gaining knowledge, he is not very much, he does not value education at all. I mean, it is not of priority list for him. He or she has some other values which are more priority than that. So what will happen is, if you will see the kind of behavior, he or she will not be able to study on his own, self study things will not be there, parents will be pushing behind them, they'll be behind them to always to follow up, please open your books, study and all those things. So you're seeing a pattern of behavior. Now here what is happening is, the core value is missing. So unless this core value is changed, you will not see the significant change in the behavior, even if it is a temporary behavioral change. But actually whenever the child gets an opportunity, he or she will run from the studies and they will not focus on the studies, they will engage in some other activities. So they need to understand, so they need to have a particular belief, and we have seen the sources of the belief. So either they have to perceive by some examples, or somebody has to mentor or guide them or educate them, or by the cultural or the society influence. So if they are in a group of people who are studious, generally we see, when they spend time with the students who value education and all, so the circle influence is also very important. So that is also an input source to believe, and then based on the, so once the value is changed, automatically you will see the student doing self study, he is now focusing on the education, he is concerned, he is understanding his responsibility. This is one of the example I am just quoting. So basically your thoughts and actions need to be aligned as per your core values, very, very important. Now if your thoughts and actions are not aligned as per your core values, there will be a lot of mental conflicts which will occur in your mind, and then you will find the things very uncomfortable. So that is the reason these values are very, very important to understand. So for example, let us take an example of a person who is not smoking cigarette, and he has a very strong values that smoking cigarette is injurious to health, it will affect the health, and it will have a lot of side effects on the health pattern. Okay, now during the some kind of a meeting or some kind of a gatherings with his friends, or due to the friends pressure, the circle of influence, he or she is supposed to start smoking once or twice occasionally. Then if he or she is doing that, let us say for example, they are doing it, so what will happen is, once they do it, their core values is against that, but on other side the action and behavior is different. So they will experience the mental conflict. So to understand this concept, I have also made a video on understanding schema, that is a mental framework, you can refer to that, so that you will have a better understanding. So in spite of knowing that, still the people are not able to change their perception for certain things. So in this case what is happening is, suppose the core values are that the smoking cigarette is not good, but he or she is smoking cigarette for xyz reason, because of the social pressure, because of the company pressure, because of the friends influence. Now what will happen, there will be a lot of conflict in the mind. So now to match it, what the person has to do, number one, either to change the value that smoking cigarette will be okay, no issues, things are not so serious. If the core values are changed, he or she will not get affected, and she or he will start smoking the cigarette, and there will be no mental conflict. On the other hand, what they can do is, they will stop this action. So they can very comfortably say that no, as per my, I feel that it is not good, so I should not take this action, I should not do it. So what I'm trying to make out here is, these core values are very, very important. And as an individual, first thing is that, please identify your personal core values, and don't leave your core values. Try to stick to your core values, because your core values are based on your beliefs, and beliefs are something which are very strong and very hard to remove from your personality. You can understand from the previous video which I have made on schema why people are not willing to change their impressions even if they are shown with the rational beliefs and contradictory proofs, but still they are not willing to change their views or perceptions. Such a strong mental framework is there. So that's what I'm trying to make you understand. So the best habit is to avoid mental conflict is you focus on your thoughts, your actions all should be aligned with your core values. Hope this concept is clear. Now, let us say you have identified that there is some behavior that need to be exhibited. There's some good behavior that need to be exhibited, but because of some XYZ reason, because of your beliefs, because of your values, you are not able to do that. Now you have identified a need to change your behavior. So what you have to do? You need to work on changing your values. When you put efforts on changing values, this will have an impact on your beliefs, attitude, thoughts, and feelings. So it's not a very simple process. You can see how this hardcore fundamental concepts of your personalities are getting shaken, but you have decided that there is some aspect of behavioral change that you want to bring in your personality. So you need to focus on understand your values, because if it is a superficial change, what will happen is that will not last long. So for example, if you want to stop smoking cigarette, you need to change your core values. The whole belief you have to change. If it is changed, then the external habits, if you start practicing not to smoke cigarette, then it will remain for a longer time and eventually it will become a habit and you will stop smoking. Similarly, a lot of bad habits we can work out on that based on our value system. Secondly, if you want to cultivate a good habit, but because your value system is not allowing you, so what is happening is you are not able to sustain that, you are not able to practice that particular habit for a longer time. So for example, I have seen a lot of students, when they are playing some games, there is a lot of there's an element of cheating involved in that. So there are some students, there are some children I have seen, they carry very strong value, they don't cheat, but they allow others to win. Suppose they are on the right track, so that is a very one of the value which is a very good value, okay? Because even if you get the prize or get the medal out of some kind of a cheating, so what is the impression it will have throughout your life? Now here what is happening is, again, it is a value system. If the child has grasped a value system of cheating others and grasping the results, so he or she will not be able to actually understand that and they will continue the behavior of cheating others. But if the value system is honesty and they believe and they carry their value systems, they will not cheat and they'll appreciate. So this is one of the small example I am just trying to figure out, that if you need to change the behavior, you need to focus on your values. This is very, very important. So if you do all these aspects, you will be a change personality. So this is whole concept of value. So please understand that the values are very, very important in our life. What values we carry generally influence our decision taking. You can correlate with your all aspects of the previous things which you have taken decision in the life. They will have been originated from your core values. There's a technique to identify the core values. Like for example, I'll be taking in the next videos what is the exercise to identify your core values. But basically, as a person, we also know like what we like. So you can list down some good one word characteristics of yourself. Let us say you can do this exercise. You can list down your own characteristics. Let us say top 10 characteristics of yours which you value. Say it could be learning, ambitious, leadership, or you are caring, or there's some intuition is there, or you are very talkative, or you are say for example you are very adaptable. So there's lot range of values are there. Honesty, integrity, so many values are there. So whatever values you feel, you can just list down them. But basically what happens is that is your behavior, governing your behavior. So let us say top 10 values that will govern your behavior. But out of that only very few, say for example 5 or 6, will have a significant impact on your personality. Like you, the others will be able to actually see. And on top of that, few of them, like selected one, maybe one or two or three values will be your core values that will actually affect your decision taking in the life. So for example, like I myself, my core values are in line with now what exactly now I am doing. So my actions and my thought process are in line. So there's a lot of mental conflict which is now not happening. So suppose let us say my one of my core is learning and curiosity. So basically, whatever I do, whatever decisions I take in my life, generally they'll be related to my core value. So I'll be more focused towards enrolling for new courses. Academic excellence will be more, trying to know more things. So I have that particular core value which is there. So all my decisions will be also influenced by that. So this is very important for you to understand. So hope this particular concept is clear. And thank you so much, friends. For any queries and suggestions, please reach at 9949811068. I'll be happy to answer your queries. You can also write in your comments. In fact, you can identify 3 or 5 core values in your personality and you can mention in the comment box. I'll be happy to reply to your queries. If you have not subscribed the channel, please you can subscribe the channel for continuous learning and development so that you don't miss any series. You can also press the notification button. Thank you so much.